Hello and welcome back to krukocrafts knitting podcast. My name is Christina and I'm coming to you from springy and sunny Vilnius. And this is podcast all about knitting, crocheting and even sewing. You can find me everywhere by the name krukocrafts. I have my own page, krukocrafts.com. There you can find this podcast show notes. I am mostly active on Instagram by the name krukocrafts. So it's for my business, and my own page is Chtoniška, so you can check both of them. And I have Ravelry page, Kruko, but I'm not super active there. I'm hoping this year I will be more active there and I start doing more stuff. So we will see how it will go. And welcome if you are watching it first time, and welcome back everybody who are coming back. I'm really glad that there are some people who are watching this podcast. When I started I wasn't thinking that anybody will watch, but I'm very glad now. And yeah, and who was watching my two last episodes understand that it was quite a long time from the second and the third podcast. It was more than 3 months that I wasn't here, and I don't know what it was, but after New Year my filming and podcasting mood was disappearing, and I even lost my knitting mojo, and I was knitting but not so much, and I decided that it's better not to film and just make it because of make it. So I was waiting till my inspiration and creativity will come back, so I hope it come back already and it won't go anywhere, and I hope so to make podcasts more often. My inspiration come back, then I start watching other podcasters' vlogs about Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and I got a little bit nostalgic because last year I was in Edinburgh Yarn Festival and this year I didn't go, so I started watching and I saw so amazing videos about yarn and what they are making and how many people was there, and I just got created that, oh, definitely next year I have to go, so I have to work and just get better and better in knitting. And I think spring also helped me for my creativity to come back. All snows, what it was all around here, melted, so now it's sunny and there is some leaves coming out even outside. There's some flowers, so I'm really glad about that. And yeah, I think that's all about my short disappearing, and I think we can go into finished object. So first my finished object will be crochet, some like crocheting stuff. I made one carpet like that, granny squares carpet from t-shirt yarn. There is some t-shirt yarn that I bought, I don't remember, I bought it online but I don't have a label now, but there was some leftovers and I had a lot of different colors, so I just made colorful carpet for our bathroom. So it's really simple and it's really fast because the yarn is really thick and big. And yeah, so this is the first object. And now we can go to knitting, and one of my biggest finished project is second. It has to be a shawl, but when I finished it, it became a huge blanket. I don't know, or it will be possible to see it, all of it. Just a second, I have to find the beginning of it. It's so big. Here. It's like that. So it's called Lillamore Shawl, and it's by Bristol Evie, and it's from this amazing book. And I got this book on Christmas, for Christmas, and it has to be this amazing shawl. I really like the pattern and the idea of that, how you can just make different moves, and I think everybody saw this. It's really nice, but I did one thing and I decided to use thicker yarn. I think it's kind of like Aran weight or something in between DK and Aran, because it's natural ones and they don't have a label. I just got them from friends who have friends and who have farm, and they just so, and I made it colorful and it looks like that. It's huge, it's like totally huge, and it's like huge blanket, but I really like it. I still haven't finished totally because I haven't blocked it yet, and all endings are here because I decided at first I will block it, and after blocking I will put the endings inside. And I think I made just one mistake here, or there was mistake in a book, or I just read it wrongly, because there is this green part. I was imagining that it will go like deeper here, but it became really like a bubble, and I don't know, or it was my mistake if somebody made it, and this shawl, and if it's happened to you too, can you write me? Maybe you know where I made the mistake, so it would be good to know. But after I realized it was just the ending, and I decided no, I won't strip it back. It will be a huge blanket and it will be fine for me. It's not for somebody else. So, and all yarn, what I was mentioning, it was from gifts from my friends. So pink one and green is from Latvia, my friend brought it, and gray one and this gray bluish is from Scotland. I bought it in one second-hand shop, and was just, you know, I showed it, I think, those yarns in the first episode. It was real nice. They smell really cheap, and they are quite itchy, but I think if it's like blanket, it's really nice, and it's super warm. I was knitting and it's like it's the warmest thing, and yeah, so this is the second finished object. I'm putting everything on the floor because I don't have space around me. And yeah, and what else? There is one more finished object because I haven't been here for a long, so but I decided to show just the things what I finished like in the last maybe 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. So one more thing is my Eastern scrappy yarn socks. So it's these. Here we go. They are a little bit different. You can see there is one more color here, because after Christmas I had a lot of leftovers of sock yarn, different colors, and I decided just to make 2 separate balls to try to measure them like by the weight, and made socks no matter what color it will become. So I made these ones on Eastern. They are nice, and I forgot that when I'm knitting with 2.25 9 inch, no, what it's called, 2.25 millimeters and 9 centimeters circular needle, you know, those small ones. When I'm knitting them, I'm knitting a little bit loosely, so these become a bit big. You see, they are loose, but I think it will be fine. They fit for me very well, and these are superwash, so I definitely will put them in a washing machine so they will shrink a little bit, not too much but a little bit, so I think it will be perfect size. So yeah, and yeah, so I have one more pair of socks and one of my last finished objects. So it's a bunch of little baby shoes. As those who watching this podcast not the first time know that I have Etsy shop called Krukocrafts, and I'm knitting baby clothes, and these are little baby shoes. I'm calling them batici, like little booties. And also, after last year I had a lot of leftovers of different yarns, so I decided to make also scrappy yarn shoes. They are real lovely and fun, so I will make a set of 3 of them and I will put them in my shop. I'm planning to do it this Friday, or so yeah. It's little shoes for its size from 3 to 6 months. Because they are really stretchy, I think you can put it even on older kids. So yeah, a lot of mini shoes for babies. And I think that's all for finished objects, and now we can go for works in progress. Whips. And one of my whip is one project for my shop. It's baby romper. I'm making it a little bit bigger. I want to make it like from 8 to 12 and plus month. So I'm making this one. Have really nice cable here. Oh, it looks really nice on the screen. Yeah, so I'm knitting on 3 millimeters. It's added. No, it's not added. It's Knit Pro zinc rod, I think so. Yeah, so, and the yarn here is Drops Baby Merino, and the color is 26. It's real nice pink. I think everybody will think that it's for a girl, but it's fine for me. For me, it's no matter who will buy it, or a girl or a boy. So this is one of my whip. I have to finish till the end of the week so I can put it to a shop together with those little shoes. One more, my project work in progress is one more pair of scrappy socks. They look like this. It's totally similar like last one, but last ones I told you I made a bit loosely and they were 60 stitches in a round, and these ones I decided to make a bit smaller, so it's just 58 stitches. So, but I think it will be fine. So yeah, I'm now making a cuff, and I will start second one. So it's the ball for second socks. And about yarn of these socks, I don't remember the names, but you can find some of names on my last podcast about Christmas socks what I made, because it's mostly everything from there, and I can't find the labels of them because it was like small piece of yarn left over, so I didn't save it. And yeah, so this is the second whip, and there is one more whip, and it's also a sock, and this is my design. I'm creating socks. I found a real nice lace pattern and I decided to create socks. So this is really nice, pearly, but still needs the heel, and I have to start the second one. So this is going quite slowly, but I think one day I will finish. I like the colors, and these yarns I know. So the light color is Newhands Wool Frizzy. It's like this, but I don't think it will be visible on the screen. And the color is 1632, and the dark color is Valbella sock yarn, and this one don't have a color name. Just I have bought a lot of these sock yarn in Scotland in second-hand shops because it was really cheap and it was got good quality and different names what I never tried, so it's real nice to try them. So yeah, one day it will be real nice socks, and if I will write a pattern I will post it here so you can try it too. And I think it's everything. It's everything for works in progress, and now I can tell something new, and this is these project bags, because before I haven't shown you any of my project bags, and this is this year my new project, so it's project bags. This is like sock 1 2 skein size project bags. I have a lot of different fabrics and I start making these. Here you go, there is one really colorful, and there is one more. There's one more blue. Both they have string. They are quite deep, and they are quite big size. I think you can put from 1 to 2 skein of yarn. Yeah, and this is my new project, new idea, and if you like it I would be really glad if you write me. Would you like them, or if you buy them? Because I have idea to make a little bit more, because now I just made it for myself, but I would be really glad to make some for you guys, and I would be happy to create like maybe one more Etsy shop just for project bags, or later maybe for something else. I still have a dream to try natural dyeing of yarn, but I think this one will come in the future, and now I have opportunity to make a lot of different project bags. So if you are interested and if you would like it, just write me and I will make it. Today I'm planning, after filming, to make few more bigger size, because these ones are 1 2 skeins, and I want to make bigger ones for like sweater quantity or a bigger shawl. So yeah, if you are interested, just write me. You can write me on Instagram if you want to contact me, or even down below, just write a comment. I would be really glad. And I think it's everything for this time. What else I was planning to tell you? Oh yeah, I have to check my notes. Yeah, one more thing what I want to talk is a lot of podcasts do that, and I decided to do that too. Just I want to tell you a little bit of my favorite podcast where I found a lot of inspiration, and yeah, I have few my favorite ones. So my favorite podcasters. First one is Nitlip and Susan, and this one was one of the first one when I started watching like often, and I watched all of her podcasts and I really liked it. I think she taught me how to knit toe-up socks, because before I don't know, I didn't know that it's possible to knit socks differently than just cuff down, and then I saw that she's knitting toe-up and I thought that, oh, it's a miracle, now I can knit socks too. So I really like her style, I like the colors what she use. I think that before, like maybe 4 years ago, I would wear everything what she's making in the same colors. Now my color palette changed a little bit. It's more nude and natural. So now I maybe would change some colors, but I really like what she's making and it looks really great on her. So thank you, Susan, for all your inspiration. And the second one is Ninja Chicken, and the host is Maria, and she's also really inspiring and incredible and very creative woman, and I really like the place where she lives, because my dream is also to have house and live outside of the city, and the place where she lives around the mountains and forest and her family, and it's like amazing, and I can see why she's having so much inspiration, and because it's the surrounding inspiring her. And I really like that she's filming and making her podcast very often outside of her house, and it's really nice to watch how her cats and chickens are running around while she's talking and showing her knittings. I really like her style and calmness, and she's also very inspiring. So thank you, Maria, for what you're doing, and I really enjoying your podcast. One more podcast what I really like is the Tales from Cuckoo Lands, and the host is Gaina. She's from UK, and I don't know, she's like one of the biggest inspiration for me to make my own podcast, because she's making her podcast very honestly and differently, like very naturally. There's no rules for that, what she's making or how she's making it. Just she's coming and telling and talking what she done, what she's planning to do, telling about her family, and it's so natural. And then I'm watching all her podcasts, I'm feeling that I know her. I know it sounds really stupid and funny, but I don't know, I think if one day somehow we would meet, maybe we will meet somewhere, it would be so easy to chat with her, because she's so natural and so open, and she have a like very very beautiful family. Her boys are amazing, and she lives in an amazing house. And yes, so thank you, Gaina, for letting me enjoy your podcast, and I hope you will make a lot of more of them. And one more what I want to share is one of my newest favorite. I heard about this podcast earlier, but I started watching it maybe just 2 weeks ago, and now I'm really enjoying it. And it's called Fiber Tales, and the host is Laga. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. She's from Denmark, and she's really cute and sweet, and I like that she's so calm and sometimes a little bit shy, but that's why I really like it, because I think that the big part of me is quite similar like hers, and I'm really enjoying that. She's making like super amazing works, and I really like her style, and the color palette is that is what I really like it. And yeah, I think the plan for me for this year is to use more natural colors for my own knitwear. For my shop and projects, it's like different colors a little bit, because I like put some more colors, but for my own I think it would be totally the same color palette like hers. So I'm really enjoying it, and I still have few more episodes, old ones, to watch, so I'm saving them and watching just one per day not to finish too early. So thank you, Laga, for letting me enjoy your podcast. And yeah, thank you. And I know that there is a lot of more beautiful podcasts, but like these four are at the moment one like my favorite ones. And maybe next time I will share some more of them. And I think it's everything for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for those who come back and who come here first time. And I hope you will come back. And if you would like to contact me, as I mentioned, you can write me comment below, or write me on Instagram, or just write to my page. There is the email. I would be really happy to chat with you. And thank you for watching, and yeah, happy knitting and sunny spring. See you soon.